Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats, and happy National Homemade Soup Day. Wait, is that really a thing? Anyways, today we'll take a look at a student who uses dance to explore her cultural identity and see how another student has turned a profit online with a common interest in vintage clothes, and find out what is in store for the weather this weekend. Today is February 4th. I'm Logan Christorfferson, and you're watching West Ranch TV.
Comes and goes.
To celebrate Black History Month, West Ranch TV will be running weekly spotlights of Black creators. Today, we'll take a look at a student who uses dance to explore her cultural identity.
Hey cats, it's Kelsey. I'm here with Araya McVeigh to learn more about how she involves herself in school with this first week theme of entertainment in Black History Month. So Araya, what does Black History Month mean to you?
To me, Black History Month means a lot. It's a time to understand and get to know the stories of people of color and for me personally, how they've paved a way for me to now use my voice and stand up for what I believe in, which I think is really important.
In what ways has your ethnic background shaped your identity?
I think my ethnic background has shaped my identity because it's easy as a person of color to feel like you don't belong somewhere. So it's helped me to learn a lot about the world and how not to see my worth through the eyes of others, but rather myself, which has taught me a lot about myself and helped me to ultimately grow as a person.
And why do you choose to dance?
I dance because it's an outlet. At the end of the day, it's amazing to get to go to the studio and be with a second family. And after everything that goes on at home and at school, it's really nice to go somewhere and let all of that go.
Thank you so much for sharing. Now let's take it back to the host.
It's really inspiring to see students that can be themselves. Thank you. In local news, Santa Clarita businesses have just reached $300 million in revenue loss. However, an end is in sight. Businesses are seeing returns in full spending, and more good is to come. A new single-dose vaccine is in the final stages of development, and the federal government is seeking to buy 200 million more vaccines. All of this good news has allowed Hart District to discuss the possibility of returning to school in the near future. During a worldwide pandemic, people tend to gain new interests and start new hobbies. One West Ranch student has taken an interest in vintage clothes. Our reporter Zoe has more.
Lately, many have decided to change their sense of style. Others have used their creativity to start businesses. One junior at West Ranch decided to combine both to create an online retro clothing store.
I dress vintage myself, so I spend a lot of time in antique stores and vintage shops. So I was thinking of all the possibilities, and I thought, why not start my own business with my own collection of vintage clothes?
Mackenzie's shop, Ravishing Retro Relics, sells vintage clothes from the 70s to the Victorian era. She originally started this as a way to pass the time, but has learned a lot from it since.
I've been able to see all these different pieces and expand my knowledge about different eras and things like that. So I definitely think that my appreciation for vintage has grown in all sorts of areas.
Her online shop isn't so simple, though. Mackenzie has found some difficulties not only starting the business, but also keeping it going.
I definitely think a challenge that I'm facing now and will continue to face is inventory because it's so specific and there's so many pieces and it takes a lot of time.
Despite the challenges, Mackenzie is excited to see what kind of pieces she may find in the future. She loves running this business, learning more about fashion, and is determined on continuing it. Reporting from West Ranch TV, this has been Zoe Barron.
Thanks. Well, cats, that's all for today's show. Tune in to tomorrow's show where we'll take a look at ASB's Valentine's Day and learn a little bit more about the Super Bowl. Have a great Thursday, Wildcats.